Hey, hello. Hey everyone. Welcome. I'm going to close this curtain. Hang on. Hey, hi, this is David Spahn. Hi everyone. Welcome to the show. Today we're going to do a Denver Scramble. And yeah, we're going to make 5 meals for $5. Hi. Let me get the camera going here. Yeah, I just got out of the shower, so you'll have to excuse me. What we're going to do essentially is, well, we've got a secondary camera here. It's going to be kind of an interesting thing tonight because I wanted to give you guys a closer look at the food. So, you know, we're going to really look at the food here. We got sausages. Yeah, we got a discount on sausages. We got sausages. That's the wrong way. Hang on. Okay, 30% off. $3.99, and we're going to use a half a package. That's how many we have left here. And this is a high-end sausage link with no hormones, all natural. Yep. Let me get it out of my freezer package. I sometimes freeze these things. Oh, let me hang out in my garden for a while. Hang on. Yeah. David's garden. Let's put you over there. There you go. Isn't that nice? Look at David's garden. Isn't that sweet? We get in the chat room, everybody. We do the show every day live, and it's all part of a daily commitment to giving you guys full measure every day. We don't skip a beat. Now, I will be communicating with you today at iVlog, but I won't be able to chat with you. So I'm talking to all of you at iVlog. I'm also getting into Periscope right now. Hey, yeah, check out my garden. It's pretty cool. Let me give you a full view. Sarah got these succulents. And then we have these amazing, what are these called? Orchids, yeah. Talked about the orchids, and look at my carnations I've been growing in my garden. I love carnations. I love the beauty of nature, you know. Not enough of our natural world is appreciated. Oh man, I love that. I just love that. Carnations. I love roses too. So we have a lot of roses here. I have a collection of English roses, which my family has had since the early days of John Cabot. Yeah, I have John Cabot rose bushes, which I'm turning into an arch. Like a lover's arch. Hey, let me move this over here. Yeah, I kind of like that perspective, but Kanye is not allowed here. Kanye, I'm so sorry. You're not allowed here. This is a bannable offense. You can't promote yourself here, man. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Bye. Kanye West, later, banned. And Paris Hilton can come in only if it's really her. Because remember, I am thinking about a vice president. And I haven't ruled her out. Like Joe Biden hasn't ruled, Stacey Abrams out. Or what's happening over here? Hair is trying to dry properly. Oh, I touched my head. Sorry. I have to rinse my hands off immediately. Well, she was my vice president up until when she decided she didn't really like politics. Can you blame her with all the weird things going on in the world? I am against censorship. I'm going to have to ban you from the show for that accusation. Thank you. I just don't allow people running for president to come in here as somebody else. That's just wrong. I'm out. No interaction going on. No answer of MSG and poisonous plants. I'd love to. What plant are you talking about? None of the food has MSG. Yeah. No artificial ingredients, made with natural, no nitrates. What do you really put me under the gun here? Sulfite free, minimally processed, no preservatives, no nitrates or phosphates. This is a high end. Hang in there, man. I'm going to be cutting up chives and making a dried chive thing. Hang in there. Okay. Today we're going to be actually taking an onion, and we're going to put that onion in the dish. We're going to be taking a orange pepper and putting that. Now I can get the orange pepper and the onion for under $1, so I factored in $1 for that. The sausages, I'm going to throw it out there. We paid $1.50 for those, with a 30% discount on $3.99, and we're using a half a package. Okay, let me rinse my hands off again. Hang on. There we go. I have to get my Periscope show going, so bear with me. This is Technology Thursday, and I can't do this on your time. It has to be on my time. So as I go off camera, experiencing the amazing resolution of everything else, okay? I am David Sponheim, the American original, and we'll go off camera and onto backup audio real quick as I get into another show. Glad you liked the little audio hell I gave you. That's because it took me a while to get into the Periscope show, okay? Bear with me. Luckily, this dinner is a pretty simple task. It's not like a big deal, okay? Thank you. Thanks for giving me the levity. I appreciate that. Okay, we got Periscope going. If you do want to talk over there, I am listening. I know. It was designed to mess with your brain, Jeff. It was part of the MK Ultra mind control technology that was developed. You actually think I'm human. Well, part of my effort is to show you how human I am by simply appearing normal, like you. I'm not going to play anything, Kanye, man. I told you that. It's cacophony, I know. Well, that was designed to constantly mess with your brain. All of you who are trying to come in here and use the N-word, that's wrong. You know, look, I don't dislike Kanye. I think just because he's suffering from bipolar disorder doesn't mean he should be prejudiced against, but we've got a president who's already suffering from bipolar disorder. Yeah, and then you've got Mike Pence who's suffering from no personality. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's get this thing going here. Let's move the camera over here. I'm going to have to go to plan B because I forgot my tripod today, so. Well, we're in a busy, we're doing a, day into town, not an essential day of food shopping. There we go. That might work. Okay, let's take a look at that. Up camera. Beep. Video device activated. Okay, look at that. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now today we picked up a lot of chives. Look at all these chives we picked up at her local garden. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to cut the chives up, and some of these chives are going in the meal. Now let's get the pan going up to level 3. I know what you're saying. You're saying, how could he possibly cook this entire thing in less than 40 minutes? All this setup time has taken at least 10 minutes off the time. Don't worry, I can do this. Yeah, I'm a speed cooker. I'm a speed cooker. All right, let's move on. Welcome, everybody. If you have any political questions, feel free to postpone those till later. I will not. No, if Kanye gets elected, I will not do another blackface video. No. No, I don't think it's important to do a blackface video at this point. Everyone knows who I am now, except the entire mainstream media. And you've seen how I've been completely censored. We will play a One American Video Network thing tonight, Tom, if we have to. If something comes up, yeah, if you have a good one for us, I'll play that for you. Okay, the first order of business when cooking is to, you guessed it, cut up the onion. All right, let's do that. But today I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go right to the pan here and put a little oil on here. We're going to pump up this oil atomizer here. Did you see that picture, that GIF that Walla made and put out there? Oh man, that's terrible. It has me pumping up the atomizer like I was doing something sexual. It was unbelievable. I couldn't believe he actually did that raging Mason. Well, I normally don't talk about the guy anymore, but he did come into our room the other day and he threatened my life, so I thought I'd throw that out there. Yep, we're pretty sure it's him. He said it was Walla. Oh. Yeah, I just can't talk about him anymore. It's just like, if he's willing to do that and denigrate this campaign, you can only imagine what he's capable of doing. So I know 150 million plus people on the UHF network. Thanks, Jeff. Excuse me, correction, Tapine, welcome. And you're from Taipei, isn't that right? Yeah, that's where you're pinging from. It was terrible. Everyone in Europe saw me doing this, and it's like now the name is getting out there. This blackface comedian was jerking off an atomizer. Yeah, it's terrible. And now the word's getting out, and it's bypassing all the mainstream media outlets who are saying, don't talk about this guy. No, I've never heard of such a thing, man. Tom, that's just weird, and it sounds very gay. You're appearing very gay, Tom. And that's okay, if you want to appear gay. All right, we're heating that up, level 3 on the rear, and I'm gonna put these sausages in there by unraveling them. See, I don't want the sausage material, I don't want that gut. And that makes it a very high-end sausage, by the way, just so you know. But I'm just going to put these right in the pan here. I'll show you. It's kind of weird the way it kind of plops in there. Let me see if I can get a better picture for you. Yeah, just look at how it plops in there. You just kind of hold it down on one end, like that. See that? And just kind of squirt it out. That's like the hardest thing here. Now take this to heart, really. You don't want to eat the gut part. It's just of no value. So when preparing these, you actually have to squirt out the little sausage. Watch what I do. See it? And then discard the gut, which is gut. It's actually gut from an animal. It's part of their intestines. That's what sausages are. If you're from Germany, you would understand that. When they're making the bratwurst, or from Sweden. So I'm going to throw all those little links in there. And this is about a $2 supply of sausage. You can get Farmer John, that'll work too. This is high-end stuff though. No artificial ingredients. This is like real pork though, natural pork. Okay, now I'm gonna like with my fingers right here, without touching the pork, I'm going to actually use my fingers to take it up to level 6 And then using my hands, I'm going to lift the pan and then cover it like that. Now this is contaminated with pork right now. So I'm going to run some hot water here. Removing access camera. Inverting camera. See this fitting? Yeah, this is where I put the laptop. The laptop's sitting on a cooler. I got this from a guy I used to know in Hollywood. He was giving this away. He said, "Hey Dave, you want a cooler?" I said, "Sure, why not?" I never talked to him again. That was it. Got the cooler. That was the end of the relationship. The cooler story. One moment, please. Man, I have to check that reverse osmosis filter. It's spitting. See that? I don't know. It was off camera. You didn't see it. It was spitting. The guy he trekked around Hollywood with it back in the 80s. It's still good. It's an Igloo cooler. It's pretty awesome. Anyway, moving over here. Taking package and throwing it completely unrecyclable. I mean, it's so sad that they use these things. And where are you going to burn it? So you got to throw that in the garbage. That's going into the landfill. I'm so sorry. It's sad. It's very sad to know that, that's what's happening. Hey, I don't know what was in this thing. Probably just beer. No, the guy was kind of straight. In fact, we always thought he had a colostomy bag. Yeah, weird guy. Weird guy. Really, really strange. To this day, I'll never forget him. Yeah, he didn't seem like he had a girlfriend, but he did, and he didn't. He's always had something on the side of his baggy pants. I think it was a colostomy bag. Pretty sure. It must have turned his personality into what he turned out to be, which was an uncreative, useless pile of verbal crap. Yeah. I had a run-in with a guy. I didn't like him. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but this is a really good little bit of innuendo while I heat up the sausage. What I'm doing is browning the sausage right now. Let's chop the onion. What do you say? I'm going to go for my big knife. We're not using the meow knives right now. I'm saving them when I found out the blades wear out when you use them. It was like, come on, I thought these blades were going to stay. I had to sharpen one of the meow knives. It's like, well, why don't I just use the old knife and it's just as good. So I take off the end like that. Just peel it off. And this is where you need fingernails. So if you don't have any fingernails, it's hard to get that off. So if you're one of those fingernail biters, I wouldn't bother cooking. Or maybe you should cook so your fingernails will grow back and you'll actually get rid of some of that bad energy you got going. Every fingernail biter I've ever met has been stressed out, man, to the max. Yeah, have you ever met a fingernail biter where they literally took their fingernails off? Yeah. I knew one. Pretty intense. I couldn't believe the amount of angst he had. Okay, we're going to cut this right here. Yeah, that sausage needs a little movement. So give that a little shake. Up. Oh, that's nice. You can smell the maple. Oh my gosh. I love it. That's great. Oh, it smells like maple, literally. Okay, let's get the onion and the pepper in there. We're just going to cut this onion down to size here. Let me get a little bit of perspective. I'm going to go like that. I do like 4 cuts for a medium onion. Another 4 crisscross. That's all you got to do. Always look at the knife whenever you're cutting. Never take your eye off that blade. It's really important. Wow, I'm just going to throw that in the pan. Kind of slow down the sizzle at level 6. Good. So we got $2 for the meat, $1 for the vegetables, and I got $1 worth of eggs here. And these are organic eggs, straight from the organic farms. They've been in the refrigerator for about a month, so I kind of want to get rid of them, as in eat them. And one of the reasons why I cooked this tonight is because Sarah suggested it. Yeah, I thought that was really cool of her, because we know that she doesn't like eggs, right? Cover that up. She also doesn't like the seeds in these things too, because you got to get the seeds out. One way is to take the tip of the knife and kind of like scrape it like this. See that? Quick, it really gets rid of the seeds. And then whoopsie. And then this thing pops right out. See that? That pops right out. More seeds. Knock them out of there. Okay, and then you take your seed-free peppers, and this is true with eggplant too, if you're cooking with eggplant ever. And just kind of press down on them, and kind of take the wedge of the knife. You can't see that. Hang on. There we go. Take the wedge of the knife and just kind of put the tip down like I'm doing here, and use it as a lever like that. See that? It's like a lever. You put the tip down, and this is a French curl knife, which makes it really easy to cut. Always keeping your fingers down like this, away from the knife. Okay, real simple. And then a quick cross cut. All right, and we're ready to throw that in the pan. Adjusting camera. Okay. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to take the, I'm going to get a little closer here. I'll take the knife and kind of go across like this. And just chop it up, go cross against the links. And just chop the links up while they're in the pan. There you go. Any spatula will do. I prefer metal, but this plastic is pretty good. I'm not that concerned about it. Okay, let's leave some nice chunks in there. And I would have done it the other way, but I would rather, like cut them and then throw them in. But the less interaction you have with the pork, the better, in my opinion. And getting that sealed pork taste on a browning. Pork is designed to actually cook inside of those, those plastic. When you cook them on a grill, it actually works, but you have to do a grill cook to get the intestines to kind of fall off. I just don't like the idea of eating intestines. It's like, yeah, okay, I'm eating the animal, obviously. Thank you. And always wash your hands after touching pork or anything. Yeah. Man, I wish I could get the support assistant to stop at this particular hour every night, every time I do it. It's like crazy. My PC is going through a support series, so at least we're broadcasting on Periscope, and we aren't doing D-Live in the early part, but Periscope records the show, and you can see the whole show on repeat. If you go to coolrock.com, you'll see my show on the right, the Periscope show, and we have the full 8 hours there. Periscope is. No, I can't imagine eating pork in the morning, Irish Sensor. It would be terrible. Yeah. I knew a person who gained a lot of weight eating pork chops every morning, and then this person lost like 100 pounds, and then they develop heart problems when you do that. Yeah, Jeff, it is. Use the Brave browser. Everyone says the Brave browser works great on, Jeff. Yeah, you're so fixated on that SSL thing. They're coin hiving your show, our show, anybody's show. Anybody who broadcasts now is using CoinHive to use illegally your computer's RAM to harvest Bitcoins. And I heard about this. I can't even believe it's happening, but there's nothing I can do, being I use a free server, to stop these servers from doing that. The only way I could have done this show all these years is with a free server. There's no other way I could have done it. You know, we met a lot of people during the National Centrist period. Well, the National Centrist Party we actually created the Centrist Alliance in 2010. And we wanted the centrist parties like the National Centrist Party, we wanted them to join us, and they did. We wanted the Reform Party of Ross Perot's and Pat Buchanan's era to come in, and they did. We asked the Whig Party, of all things, which is down, back around the turn of the Civil War, the Whig Party, and then the modern Whig Party joined. We had all of these people involved, and we got a little bit of press coverage on the Post, one single little ad, and then everybody had their own input, and it turns out that somebody wanted bylaws, and I didn't put my foot down. I told Sarah we don't need bylaws, but she didn't pass that on to them. Anyway, long story short, those other parties were really struggled to pull themselves together. They were running out of money, and a lot of them didn't want to stay with us, so they just said, no, we're bailing. So the alliance fell apart. But all I wanted the alliance to be is a cross-directional for people who wanted to do an independent vote and to go in the direction they wanted to go initially. It's like a directional, like a website you bounce to. Kanye isn't even relevant. I haven't had any press time at all, and Kanye instantly gets his name out there. With all the money and all the Illuminati puppets, they can get all the attention they want. I've got that underdog factor all the way to the 2020 election. They can't take that away from me. The more they try to suppress me, the more I am the underdog. But thank you for your concern, Irish Censor. All right, so we're going to move this around with the spatula quickly. And we're running at level 6, so I want it to get really done well. And I'm using very simple ingredients here. And I picked up a product at Costco for $5. It's amazing. $5.99, and this was like California garlic from Kirkland. And I'm going, yeah, I can use this in cooking big time. So I'm going to take a heaping teaspoon of this. That smells great too. Yummy. I'm going to put that in the dish. So throw that in there. All right. Now you can put anything in this scramble. One idea is you can put rice, you could put potatoes, you could put, Disney is exempt from closing down, as they should be. They're using some amazing technologies. Sarah and I are picking up a virus cleaner for the home, and she may even get one for her classroom. You know, Ghislaine, if she's running, if she gets off scot-free, I don't really think she'd be good for my campaign. Thank you, though. You know, Irish, I don't like sitting toilet water. I'm a little like Trump that way. Except I'm not autistic and have to sit there and look at the water flush 12 times in order to feel normal. Yeah. We know he has an obsession with that. Well, I know Bengalitis seems to have gotten COVID, but he doesn't even want to check out whether his symptoms match also radiation poisoning. The only way you can really do that is to check your environment, Bengalitis, and for $19 on eBay, get an EMF meter. We got one and we were blown away by a lot of information. 5G is the worst. If 5G was deployed in your area, yeah, you need an EMF meter. And they're only like $19 on eBay. Look it up. Seriously, a basic one. So you can hold it near something that you see, you just say, whoa, I don't want to be near that. Well, we're definitely going to make cocaine a misdemeanor, Sammy. I'm going to decriminalize that. Yeah. For a lot of black people, it's been unfair. You feel good. Do. COVID negative. Excellent. Good. Well, you know, I don't trust any of the COVID tests. They're 80% inaccurate. So if you're COVID negative, congrats, dude. I don't trust any of the tests. In fact, I'm worried that they're spreading COVID through the tests themselves. So that's my concern. Hey, you don't have to have that concern. I don't want to share that with you. Biden Maxwell, really? He's picked his person. Ghislaine Maxwell and Biden are running together. Yeah, that's a very good idea, Led Zeppelin. I did get vaccinated as a kid, unfortunately, but luckily I dodged that polio vaccine that put cancer-causing things in them. I heard about that. People are coming down with cancer now after getting that polio vaccine. And nobody's looking into Gates's involvement with all the polio vaccines he forced upon the Indian children who are now paralyzed, 496,000. Very sad. It really is. I'm going to put this back to the refrigerator. You don't want to let it warm up once you open it. Yeah, this is not exactly one of those things you don't want to refrigerate. There was a breakout of E. coli, I believe, or I think it was salmonella. Salmonella, yeah. There's a breakout of salmonella in garlic at one point. Hey, I got a little task item to do here, and I got a little time to do it. Let me get a bowl here out of my bowls. My family grew up with these types of things. I don't know if your family did, but in America, this was a common casserole dish. I think my mother made about 100 casseroles in this thing, at least. And over the years, we had it through the 60s, you know. It's got a little black at the bottom. It's like, no, it's just some carbonization. I think I tried to get it up at one point. Oh, there it's coming off, yeah. So you just have to let it set for 20 years and it finally comes off. Yeah. All right. Bottom line is, I'm only going to be using this to dry things. Okay, but before we do that, let's go ahead and give the eggs a chance to scramble. Perfect timing. Look at that. Okay, we got a good, see that brown in the bottom? See that? That's what you want. You don't want it to go black, you want it to go brown. Yeah, we're there. Okay, now what you want to do, take a little water, mix it around the base, and bring that brown up, and caramelize the entire dish. So what you're doing is getting that caramelized cooking taste. Yep, there you go. That's actually the taste enhancement I was looking for. Okay, I'm going to set it back on the grill. I'm going to break 5 eggs at the side of it. Okay, well, I think I may have gotten a little teeny eggshell there. Okay, while it's nice and hot, running it high, give it a good stir. Not too much though. Like that. Kind of shuffle it off the bottom. You can break the yolks, it's perfectly okay. There you go, and then kind of bring it all toward the middle. There you go. And then kind of let it just do a quick scramble with that hot plate. The idea is to just do a quick scramble, pull it off the bottom, kind of sweep it off the bottom with a spatula. There you go. Okay, now turn it off. Let it set. Beautiful. Okay, now I've got a little compost problem I have to deal with, those eggshells. Let me move those out of here. Yeah, wasn't that fun? Now it's sitting at its own heat. It's going to cook thoroughly. I saved these, by the way. You know? You never know when you need green pepper seeds. You know? You can never be too safe. All right, we're going to go ahead and do another little something I want to get done here. Got the compost out of there, rinsing my hands. Thanks for coming in, everyone. This is a full-time situation. We're in the 25, 30-minute segment. We're about 25 minutes into this. I know. Do you like Johnny Appleseed? Covidos. Covidos. Are you spreading your Covidos seed? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop up those chives, but before I do that, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go for a really good quality cheese I picked up for $1 each. Havarta, made in Italy. I get these deals on cheese all the time. It's good till July 8th, 2020, so they just pulled it. It's like a $6 thing of Havarti. You can also use Parmesan. But yeah, I kind of want the taste of the cheese in there. So I'm going to go ahead and snip this off of here. Yeah. One way to handle these types of cheese packages is to cut the top out, kind of like the sides. Just make a cut along the side there, and another cut right here, like that. And then you've got a little area you could cut and slice. See that? So let's do a little slicing here. Now, I don't have to pull them all off. Being it's going to melt, I just pull the whole chunk out like that. And then just kind of lay them out on the platter, on top of the dish. Like that. There. I probably should have done 5 slices, being I'm serving 5 people in theory. So let's do one more slice. So everybody gets a little bit of that slice of cheese. Isn't that a nice idea? Everybody's happy. Wow, this is looking good. And then I'm going to throw a little Parmesan on there too. Okay, we're covering it up, and it's got enough heat on that stove to finish the job off. And you've got enough moisture in there to keep it nice and fresh. You don't want to put too much water in there because you want that caramelized taste. It's really important. You put too much water in there and you're going to get like soup. And the eggs won't even congeal. That's a very powerful word, congeal. Okay, what I do with cheese packages like this is obviously take the top off. You just fold it over like that, and then just take a rubber band on it. Keeps it really, really good, and you don't have to worry about adding it, more wrap, and it's ridiculous. You pull a plastic bag out for what? It's a cheese package. It can't get any better than that. But you could also use recycled bags, like this, which I actually will dry out and use again. These are great bags. I get these from the carrot bags we get. Yeah. Okay, so this has the Denver cheesy, sausagey, oniony, pepper taste. We didn't do the mushrooms. In order to keep the dish under $5 or $5, I couldn't do the mushrooms. Okay, so these chives came out of the garden. You're looking at them right there. I'm going to take that same knife right here, clear the board, and I'm going to just start cutting these in a tight fashion. So what I'm going to do is make, yeah, I know you can almost see my feet there, I realize that. I'm going to cut it right down the middle here, like that. I'm going to take them all together and maybe cut another piece off the end here. Get them all into a uniform size. Now this is making dried chives for future use from a garden, or an organic garden that Sarah has. We just picked a bunch of peas today. It was amazing. Her garden is growing from vermiculture, you know, from worm compost. Man, I've never seen anything grow like this. It's amazing. I mean, these things are like 8 feet tall. And I've got other beans here on my hard pan soil area that literally, I mean, they get this big, and I'm lucky to get a couple beans. This thing's like all over the place. 2 feet versus 8 feet in a really good composted garden. Yeah. Hello. Yes. Hey, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Okay, so we got our hands clean. We've got the Corelware ready to put it in there. Start cutting off the end little pieces that aren't that big. Just about a 1/4 inch, you know. So just cut right through it, and using that same idea of keeping an eye on the blade, keeping your fingers tucked underneath like that. Always be aware of the blade and where it is. Pressing down. I'm going to get it all chopped up here. Beautiful. And this is some sort of a stem, so I don't think I'm going to use that. All right, so we're just going to throw that in the Corel. That's pretty much dry. You want to make sure it's mostly dry. Almost dry. Put it all in there. Except what I'm going to top off with a dish. Yeah, I'm going to throw some of these chives in the dish. Anything on the board that's long. Okay. All right, so this you set out in a window, and I'll show you how I do this. With kind of the glass, a jar like this, so there's air coming out. Whoa, action cam. So I'm drying right now rosemary. That's rosemary. I'm drying oregano, and that's chives. And you can dry things as they go. I mean, I literally make my own spices this way. Okay, everybody, we're going to top off this dish with a little bit of chives. So we're taking the remainder of the chives. That should be good. Yeah. Kind of piece it all together, make full use of this product. Organic chives for the final touch. All right. Now again, you can actually make a rice dish on top of this and just throw it into, you know, a $1.50 organic bag of rice in the microwave, and you put all of this on top. No, I'm not. I'm not a duke. No, I would have been, I'm sure, if I had been born in a different time. Okay, cheers, everybody. Great having a, yeah. Oh, that's good coffee. Thank you. David Duke of York. Sounds appropriate, yes. I do agree. Okay, let's take a look here and throw this in there for the final presentation. Voila! Da, 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 da. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Denver Scramble. Da, 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 da. Check it out. Isn't that cool? And it's full of meat and protein, and it's basically you get your vegetables, very low, there's hardly any carbs. There you go. The low carb special. Okay, so I can come back and serve those individually at a later time. Thank you so much for coming in today. I will be back again tomorrow. Actually, I'll be in the show in about 5 minutes. You can tune me in about 2 minutes. And I will be signing off. Thanks for coming in, everyone. Another great show in the bag. Yeah. Yowza, yowza, yowza. Mr. Right. Later.